Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Thursday, December 3rd. Hey, we got some important economic news releases to go over today, so we'll jump right into it. But remember, tomorrow will be the big one with the jobs numbers being brought to you by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and that is primarily because the Fed meeting will be December 15th and 16th, and that's the date that looks like rates could be going up, and that's the last job number being reported before they have their meeting. So, other job numbers we got is the weekly jobless claims. So we had 260,000 people last week apply for unemployment, and forecast is supposed to go up a little bit to 265, and still kind of within range, but a little higher at 269. So not too bad. It's not something that's going to frighten the markets or anything. ISM non-manufacturing, or also known as ISM services index. We had a 59.1 back in October percent. It was supposed to dip a little bit to 57.5, and it dipped down a little bit further at 55.9. So not as good of a reading right there, but still in contraction, unlike our manufacturing counterpart, which, if you remember earlier this week, it dipped in contraction space. Factories hadn't shown improvement. We had back in September we had a negative 0.8%, and the forecast it was supposed to be 1.5, and we came in at expectation. So weekly job say it's not going to hurt us. ISM 9 services a bit more of a disappointment, but still an expansion period. And factories showed some improvement, which helps us out. Stock market's down quite a bit today, actually. They're down, but a lot of it is due to part of the meetings there, but some stuff that were part of Yellen's testimony to Congress. She had her speech yesterday, and her testimony to Congress is basically similar to what she said yesterday, that she would be in favor, basically, of raising rates at the December 15th and 16th. So it's pretty much looked like it could be a lock, that unless somehow tomorrow's numbers come in really disappointing numbers, almost bank that it will probably get raised on December 15th and 16th. That meeting, the rates will go up a little bit. Also today, shortly after her testimony to Congress, the European Central Bank, or Mario Draghi, who's the president, he basically just dropped a deposit rate about 0.1% and decided to extend the quantitative easing to March 2017 versus it was what was it, like September 2016. So basically an extra 6 months. He decided to extend it. There was a lot of dovish talk that was leading up to it, so they had a lot higher expectations. So their European investors are very disappointed with the lack of. They expected a lot more out of him leading up to that meeting there. And then also we have OPEC meeting. A lot of the OPEC countries leaders are gathering today, and basically oil's dropping some more. Basically, nobody wants to be the first to pull their production unless everyone else does it. So kind of like Saudi Arabia says, we're not going to cut ours unless you cut yours first, type of thing. So meanwhile, oil prices are continuing to plummet a bit further. We're down to about $40 a barrel right now. Which is good for us as consumers, not good for obviously the energy industry. Bond market, we're tanking quite a bit. We continue to drop down further. We were down as far as 53 basis points, which is about a half a point to the cost of a loan. So this is a pretty big drop here. It even brings us down below the resistance level, the floor that we had previously thought. So we'll see if this can hold tight, if we can rebound a little bit throughout the day. We got a lot of volatility so far in the morning. We'll see if it can kind of pull back a little bit and where it ends up. If we can pull back back above the the floor, we have a chance to remain in that range between that and the 200-day moving average before we get squeezed again. If we land below it, remember we have way down here our next support level. We'll probably right about here, and then we have, if it breaks down below this range, we could probably go as low as here. Our next range. So be a little cautious right now if you're trying to float any interest rates. All right, folks, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.